Alright, boys, trade recap for the day, and also just like I'm just gonna be like updating you guys on like what's going on with everything, because in the last 2 weeks it's been kind of crazy. I've requested the most amount of money so far. Um, yeah, so I have three top step expresses. They're all at 3,500. I can request today after the trading day closes, so I'm gonna be taking 5,100. So like actually like 4,500 because the 10% split, but that's cool. I requested on my alphas. I took the max, so I barely have any drawdown, and I blew those things last night. Same with the lucid, so I really only have the three top stick expresses now. So I'm gonna have 1,700 to work with on all those. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. I think I'm just gonna stick with the top step expresses for now, to be honest, because like having like seven funded accounts is like trading them all at one time. It's kind of taking a toll on my mental. So, and like I'm taking a $4,500 payout from the last 3 weeks of trading. Like realistically, like the last 2 weeks of trading. So, I'm on pace for like a 10K month. So, that's good. But let's just get into the actual trade recap for the day. Let me switch this. And okay. So, let me just delete everything here. But pretty simple. It hasn't fully played out, but I do assume that we're gonna come up here. But let's just get into the first things. So market opens vertical. Market opens here. This. Do this. Okay. So market opens right here. Cool. We have a 15-minute gap above. I'm gonna go back to this. So what I was honestly looking for was for this hourly rejection block to hold. This right here, which you can see we're holding it off of open, tapping the CE, and I really love this rejection block because look at how it aligns with our OTE, right? So you can do this. Let me fix this. Okay. So you can see we're bouncing off of like around OTE, EQ, all that stuff. So I'm going to want to see a bounce off the rejection block and to trade up to like something up here, which would be, in this case, it was a 15-minute gap, which we can mark out right here, 15 FVG. And I'm going to want to take longs until that 15-minute gap, because that's really the only thing. We have this 15-minute gap up here, but this 15-minute gap is sponsored by this one. So this is going to want to be what I want to take longs to, basically. And so you get the market open, and what happens, we get this inversion, the 629 candle. I honestly like was going to take this, but then I saw opportunity right here. So I don't have the 30-second on this chart, but I'll just know that I was looking at the 30-second. So we see this. We see a rejection of this rejection block right here. So we make another rejection block. This is a 3-minute rejection block over here. So we just doubled up. And then basically I took my entry like at the top of this IFVG once we like confirmed that we're gonna go back up. And I had my stop loss like right here, targeting this unfilled 15-minute gap, and I caught a little 2.5 R there. Oh wait, boom, 2 minutes straight to the dome. So now from there, oh also guys, there was like an SMT on micro ES that I was looking at. So ES had equal lows, but the 1 minute equal lows don't really matter. So yeah, and then what I was looking at for the second trade of the day was this 2 minute to get inversed, which you can see get a nice flip right there. We get the inversion. And then, actually, I was looking at it on the 1 minute. And let me go back. There's also a SMT with ES from this side. So what I was looking at was to get this IFVG and then get a pullback into the IFVG because I didn't want to take this low of RR. So my entry ended up being right here. 1 mini at the top, or at it would be the bottom of the IFVG with my stops just above 0.79, just to have that covered. And you can say, why are you targeting this low? There's a SMT at the low, but realistically, if we want to trade higher, we're gonna need to trade lower to OTE of this range. So my thought process is to at least trade to 0.618, but I just took this for 71 points. And if you look at where we got our manipulation of this, you can mark out our deviations. What do you see the -1 deviation aligns with? The middle of OTE. So you can just target like this, but I just had so much conviction down to this low, so you can see right here got our entry, like 2 ticks of drawdown, I believe. Yeah, and then flush straight to that low and straight to -1 deviations. So like I could have targeted the -1 deviations obviously, but the -1 deviation was more of like a added confluence for me. So like we hit OTE and -1 deviation, so like my actual OTE would be like right here in the middle of those two. So let's see if we traded down to, I don't know if we did or not. Yeah, okay, we didn't. So that was the second trade. And then after that, you can see like we're gonna want to be trading higher. We hit OTE, we rejected out of this gap again, so now we really have nothing to stop us from going up. And so we wait for 10 a.m. open, which was right here. Boom, 10 a.m. opens. 10 a.m. opens, and what does 10 a.m. open align with? We have 10 a.m. open, and if you draw it from here to here, or here to here, 10 a.m. open aligns with equilibrium. If you wanted to do that, you would have got stopped out on this one, but I had mine from here, and I was just taking it off of OTE in the middle of 0.618 and 0.705. Stop loss at this low that I didn't want to see get hit. So, yeah. And then I just, obviously the target is going to be like all of this buy side liquidity. This being like the main one. This is like this trendline liquidity that we've engineered. And you can see we immediately reject up. We kind of chopped around for a bit. Finally started to get that move up. And this is like where we actually get the high RR. So, let's see. This is where we're at now. Whoa, what is this? I've never seen this. This is where we're at now. We're currently up 166 points on this. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple. Key opens. Use your fib for key opens. And, yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's simple when you know what you like want to do. Like when you know what trades you want to take on the day. So like if you wanted to take these shorts off market open, you could have made your fib down to here and got 0 draw. You could have got a perfect top tick on the Judas swing short right here. Targeting this low. You could have easily caught that literally to the tick. Key opens and fibs are like, they're like Michael Jordan and Shaq, or Shaq and Kobe, if you want to say that. Use it how you want to use it. Use it, don't use it. I don't really give a fuck. The actual 10 a.m. entry, you could have seen this. We get the accumulation. We break out of it to the high. And then you want to see a manipulation down to OTE right here. Again, you would have got like 0 drawdown. 30 points of risk for this. Boom. Up to this high. Right here. And you'd already be up 160 points. So, I mean, it's pretty simple when you think about it. Like, the actual strategy is not much to it, but yeah, you just gotta trade it. The more you trade it, the better you'll get with discretion and everything. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I actually want to show something from last night as well. So we have midnight open. Where is it? Midnight open is right here. Alright. So we got 0, 0, 0, 0 midnight open. It shows 21 for me because I'm on West Coast. And yeah. Okay. So let's just draw out our fib of the last leg of midnight. So from the highest wick to the lowest body, like the lowest wick's body, what do we see? We never tapped into this. And yeah, so my entire thing is that we never tapped any OTE of this entire range. So it would be from this. It's like we never tapped OTE here. Oh, we did. Okay. So it'd be from this. Yeah. From this to this is what I'm looking at. Okay. You can see we just absolutely pumped through it after midnight open, right? What can we do knowing that? You obviously could have taken... There wasn't really any opportunity for longs there. If anything, you could have like wanted to take this short and get stopped out by like a few ticks there. That would have been tough. But so what I wanted to talk about was the 3 a.m. open. Okay, so you can see we just pumped through this. We sweep out this high. We have these highs up here, but what can we do with this? So you can see we obviously have accumulation right here. Where's our manipulation leg? It's this. It's this. Mark out our standard deviations. You can see we reject in between 1.5 and 2. That's a good sign. Okay. We reject. Now, what do we want to see? We want to see some sort of confirmation that we want to change the way that we're moving. So that could be an inverse or value gap. That could be a CISD. In this case, it was this entire 3-minute. But I'm pretty sure there was a 5-minute as well. Yeah, you could have used this one. There's a lot of 5 minutes along this path, but this was my main thing, this 5 minutes. So we get this 5-minute. We get the change in state from this low. I marked it wrong. Change in state from this low right here. And so I can mark out my fib. The thing is with the London session fibs, I don't really limit order a lot during London session. I like usually wait for rejections, like, and use 15-second inversions or so, like off of my actual fib levels, because that gives me such a higher win rate. Like obviously my R is gonna go down like 1 maybe, but you can see we come up in between 0.618 and 0.705. We go 8 ticks above it, and then we start rejecting. We go down, and so what I entered off of was a 1 minute IFVG right here. Realistically, it was like a 30-second IFVG, like around here. So my entry was here, stop loss at this high, and you just catch this entire fucking dump back down to what we wanted to see, which would be OTE, because we just pumped straight through. So we're going to want to see OTE get tapped here, and that's going to be 0.618. And you can see we reject straight out of 0.618, and then you could have caught longs out of this as well. Let's see. Mark out this. You could have limit ordered this. Few ticks of drawdown. And then caught it to OTE of this range. It's just like a battle of OTEs. You're just going to catch OTE to OTE, OTE to OTE. So you catch it to here, and then you could have taken it off this OTE to just absolutely ping pong the fuck out of NQ. So we reject right here. We're gonna want to see a rejection of the IFBG. We don't get it. We come back through. We see out the high again, and then now we respect this. So this is where you would get your entry from. Once we get a new low, should be this, and you could take your entry off of OTE right here with a 20-point stop loss, and you could have just let this shit run. And now that we like already hit OTE, you can see we trade down to that low. It's pretty simple. It's just a game of internal to external, and the thing is that time is fractal, so what's happening on like the 1 minute chart is also happening on the 15-minute chart, like, because the main thing here is that we want to see a bigger rebalance of this range before we go higher, because whatever this was is it's like the start of a delivery higher. So yeah, that's just all I wanted to show you guys. You could have ping-ponged the fuck out of NQ last night. Typically around midnight to 4 a.m. gives some of the best entries, like midnight and then like pre-market. So like the entire London session is kind of cracked, I'm not gonna lie. I hate being up for London session. So yeah, with that, I will catch you guys later. I hope you guys didn't blow your fucking accounts, and yeah, let me know how you guys did today.